Most High Creator will bless us. It's about to get real deep. Get ready. Your world is about to change. Whether you ready or not, here it comes. You remember when I told you I had a dream? It was like I jumped into a different space of time, a different dimension, and I was in a laboratory with all these agents, and I had the skills, the divine martial arts skills, to take down a lot of them and get this motherboard like chip, right? And I'm glad I took that damn chip, because it's about to get real. Talk about hopping from visions and dreams into reality. Oh yeah, it's important to know thyself. It's not just a saying. You are the ones that think it's just a saying on a surface level with your feelings, and it's nothing to do with feelings. It's deeper than that. There's a divine all within you. You remember I said I seen these creatures that were in tanks with green liquid, these frog-like men, these tall, 10, 11 feet, 12 feet tall frog-like men in these tanks. And when it opened up, it turned to green, like a green powdery dust of smoke. And then they spring forth and came at me, along with the other agents. Well, there was a portal that was there next to it too. It's like I was being shown all these things, and it was more creatures coming out of there. Everything they sent at me to come and get me. So it was these tanks, it was this portal, like this portal of darkness, and out came these creatures trying to get me, and it was the agents, right? Because I had this chip that they wanted. Well, check this out. Well, I just seen a picture a few hours ago with two federal or whatever, two men in black agents, government agents, next to two frogmen creatures. And they were explaining that they came from a different dimension, an alternate dimension, relatively close to ours, parallel. Like I seen the shit. And it's like, you know, when you could take the the thing is, I wasn't going to even make a video because I'd be like, man, I'd be downgrading myself sometimes, because it's like, okay, sometimes I think like the average person, like it's just maybe my dream would come true in the future, but not knowing that the information will come to me now. Like I said, I pray to the Most High All, and I receive these messages from such when I go within, because I'm connected. We all are. I seen it in a very mind-blowing interview today with one of the scientists that created CERN and created D-Wave quantum computers. Oh my stars, y'all have no idea what we're in for. That's why it's best to know thyself. Know thyself, because it's getting deep. First off, the man started off knowing about the rumors that the popular rumors that the population of people across the world talks about CERN and the D-Waves, saying that they heard they're opening demonic portals to different demonic realms. They hear all the rumors about the Mandela effect and stuff like this. And the most profound part about it was he didn't deny it. He actually rather explained it more in scientific terms. He was dead serious. He wasn't smiling at the claims or nothing. He wasn't cracking these little jokes about it. He was like, let me explain to you how it really works. Then he went into Elon. I'm going to go into that right after I say what I say. First, he started off by saying, for those of you who are wondering, you ever wondered that there are things that change from your past, and it's like it changed, or it doesn't even exist completely within the present time. He was like, did you ever experience that? Have you ever had a childhood memory so profound, so vivid that you'll never forget it, that you know you experienced and saw with your own eyes? And then years later, you try to look it up again, and then it seems to not even exist no more. You try to look it up, and you can't even find it anymore. He was like, those were the D-wave quantum computers. He was explaining AI, and he was saying basically that you guys have no idea the scientific version compared to the reality version of what it is, and let me explain. See, the D-wave computers are quantum. It reaches into different dimensions to pull its information to make it actually be able to exist and be a reality in this realm, where no other computers can do that. It's sort of like racing a paper plane against a fighter jet. There's no fucking comparison. So the Mandela effect is in fact real, because the man explained that these computers are alternating reality to fit whatever they have in store. Not only that, then he went into the fact that Elon Musk said that here at CERN, and we messing with these, and he said that the D-wave computers was the first phase. We're way past that now. It's something called T something, and it's way more advanced. And let me tell you what's going on. The second opening to his revealance of information on a scientific level. See, he doesn't come out and sensationalization it and make it seem like it's and stuff like that. He's basically explaining it in scientific terms to get the myth off of it, to let you know what's really going on. And this wouldn't appeal to the non-scientific crowd, so it's going to go over a lot of people's heads. You're going to stay in la la land because you're not ready for this type of shit. Some of us are. So the man said, Elon Musk said that what we're doing here at CERN, and with the new quantum technologies that they acquired, they're basically summoning demons. Elon Musk said this. He was quoting Elon Musk words that he had when they asked him about AI and CERN and the quantum technologies that they have. He said that they're summoning demons, real demons. The scientist went on to explain that, because a lot of them are basically atheists and they don't believe in these things. But watch what he said. This man said, we prefer not to call them demons. They are neither good or bad entities, that just their motives and everything else doesn't align with humans. He says when we connect with them, communicate through the quantum computers and stuff like that, and they come and they pop up, they're more like beings that don't care about it, like ants. He said like ants. He's like, you see, if we step on a whole colony of ants or burn them to get rid of them, or we leave them be, he's like, those are what those gods do. And he said this, he said those are what those gods are. They really don't care about the affairs of humans. They just have their own motives, and they might be a little bit on the aggressive side, if you know what I'm talking about. But here's the problem. If you knew wisdom, you would know that the primordial beings before us that Western civilization called gods, but we call neters. They created the boundaries for good and evil, forces and energies. They both exist, and they have what you call boundaries. So what the scientists are basically doing is erasing all boundaries that were there on purpose. So you're playing with ancient primordial dark gods, right? That were separated for a reason. The man said, what if I told you? He was like, if I told you what we got going on right now, nothing on the news, your education, the politics, this war, the wars and all that wouldn't even matter anymore. He was like, you don't understand. There is a tsunami right behind humanity that we got brewing up. While you guys are talking about news and education and jobs and all that, he said everything like that. He was like, you have no idea what we got brewing. And he made it on a point to reiterate himself when he said D-wave quantum computers was fucking up. Now I'm using my own term, but it was messing up, alternating realities, making us seem like we are just dreaming about things that was in the past, but we knew it to be real, but now it's not even real no more, and stuff like that. He said that was a thing of the past. That level of quantum technology is the past. That was the first. He said that was first. That was phase 1 of quantum computers. They're way past phase 1, and the world hasn't even seen quantum computers yet. You know why? Because it's millions of dollars per computer, quantum computer. So only corporate businesses have it. Certain corporate businesses have it. And they've been rumored to see silhouettes, shadowy silhouettes of things popping in and out of reality. So he said the gods told him to tell humanity that they're coming, that they will come. And he said, what if I told you all this and we publicized this, you all would forget everything you're doing now to prepare for that exact time. And one of his partners had a quote of saying 30% of the quantum reality that we're building now will be here by 2024. The dark gods said that they will be here. We are coming. Tell the world we are coming in 2024. Not only that, they're building creatures. He said there will be aliens, not in terms of coming from different planets from the outside, but coming from this quantum realm that they're pulling things out of. He said that with the technology they're creating beings that will be far surpassed any of the most highly skilled human in the world, as far as strength, as far as thinking, scientific mathematics, agility, fastest runner, the strongest, everything, the best rhymer, the best singer, the best everything balled up into one person. The beings that they're creating now surpass us humans in every way possible. He said that Elon Musk version of what he says is AI is not it. It's way past that. This is one of the founders, the scientist that created, the engineer behind CERN and the quantum computers. He said people are thinking about it in a whole. You can't even imagine when he said demons. He's like, these are literally gods that we communicate through these portals, and they tell them we are coming in 2024. They don't care about us. These are different gods that, they view us as like ants. If we burn, we burn. If we live, we live, unless they want to destroy us or however they see fit, right? This is why I say know thyself. Because there are things coming to this world that, why do you think they're coming out with these things like Stranger Things? And why do you think I had this vision of the frog, and then I seen the picture of it with 2 government agents next to it coming from that portal? They have beings that surpass us in every different way. But see, there's a thing. Why is it so important to know thyself? And I don't mean your feelings of how in a balance, not being hurt, not being anger and stuff like that. That you can meditate for that. You can balance your emotions. But there's something beneath all of that. And it's directly within your light that's connected to the all. We need to get to that, because these, whatever they release and decide to do, you could already look at the world and see that the people that runs the world, the managers of this world, aren't for the people. So you could imagine everything we got in store is just nothing short but wicked. So you have to go within and know thyself. This is real. I don't want my people to turn around and be at the short end of the stick because they don't take heed. It's a lot of pride that come with people nowadays because they believe that they're awakened. A lot of people even decide to be with the demons and stuff like that because they feel like, we came from dark energy and this and that and all that stuff like that. Yes, we're light, we're dark, we're everything. But that doesn't mean you're a part of the demonic crowd, because remember, even if in ancient Kemet and all this, like Shu separated Geb and Nut from each other, and it made the earth sustainable for us to breathe and all that. Not only that, Shu separated the principles of good and evil. That he separated, right? He made the boundaries, I should say. So you remember, there are boundaries. Just because we are all one doesn't mean I'm a shark. Like I could let me walk into a lion's den, because I claim to be part of the oneness too, and I just walk into a lion's den full of hungry lions. They're gonna eat me alive, right? Even though we're all one. We're not a part of that demonic crowd. There are past limitations and past moralities and things you have to break, that the very essence that created us whole, that you will have to destroy to be a part of that. Now, it's a whole bunch of lost children that knows we're here for something, but if we don't have the source, if we don't know the source, then we're out here not knowing what to do. Sort of like lost androids that doesn't understand its function. So we make up a lot of things, and there are a lot of people who swear up and down they can use demonic energies and do these different things. You have to do that by contract and all these different things. And trust me, you reap what you sow. It's all karmic energy. Everything is one. That's the bond we share. If I hurt you, down the line, I'll get hurt. So we got to realize, man, these people are not playing. They saying these beings are coming. In 2024, we'll see 30% of what they got going on. They have an agenda. The newer order would not be cool, but a lot of people will be cool with it because they'll accept this new quantum technologies and things that they will offer. I know what it is now. But Elon Musk knew it. He said they are summoning demons. He know what it is. And I stay fighting them when I go in the realms. That's why I took their damn motherboard disk. Their chip. I'm glad I did that. That was real. They're fucking with our perception of reality. Quantum, we ain't even on that. I bet you somebody gonna look at this like, back to the show. Click on their fucking TV screen brains, and then after it's back to their regular channel. And then you got the people, oh, life is love, life is beautiful. You only have one life to live, so live it till you shut the fuck up, Joe. There's so much shit going on out here. If you ain't a part of the solution, go your ass in that little bobblehead corner and just keep on bobbling your head and believe that. You're gonna be back here over and over again. You remember it's karmic principles. Once you don't fulfill what you have to do, and it's nothing about being sad or happy and all that. Those are just byproducts of your emotions going through life, life, and then this physical life, and then you realize it was nothing to do with emotions. Once you realize that emotions are just the current, the energy currents that flow within this wave. Remember, this is primordial waters we're in. They did a scientific experiment. I seen it on Facebook, man. They had an iPhone in a bag. They put it in a bubble in a bowl, and they spun. They turned the flashlight on, right? The light, and they spun the soap in the water, and it looks just like the galaxy. And little that they know, they were explaining and showing you, right? The iPhone was the fucking Earth, and there was a light source somewhere around. And then when you spin, and then it's rotating, and then you see everything, the galaxy and everything, the stars rotating. Not necessarily the Earth, but the galaxy is rotating. It's a light show. That's why these beings can manipulate and play with us like that. But there's some of us that have that God. You have to be closer to that all-defining being. Remember, within that one, that source, comes many different attributes of that source. They are good and they are bad. That's the power of the all one. It has different dimensions, like a rainbow of itself. And some of us are made to fight against the other. And some of us are made to be neutral. Some of us are made to be wicked. Some of us are meant to do all these different things. But it all turns out to be good at the end, no matter what we do. That's how small on a scale we are. Some of us are so divine that we have these gods within, and we don't know it. They're secret for a reason. But you will have to go into the esoteric teachings, and as many different topics and subjects and groups and different things you have to look it up and find out, because there are spiritual things that we don't understand, that if we ask the source from within, it would guide us and give us the exact information we need in time. It's just that our human perception of time, we think it doesn't exist, or it's taking too long, so we're probably wrong and all that. Our perception of time comes with time comes patience. Once you have patience, this is why in the physical realm we must learn these little things, because these little things open up a doorway to being the netters that we are, the higher beings within ourselves. A lot of you might say, like, oh, he talk about the demons like they're bad and all that stuff like that. Well, to me personally, there is no such thing as a good demon. And if there is, then I'll leave it alone. Because there are millions of different species of things and different realities and planes that we have no idea about. The human being is so young and so fragile. We know it not all. So we'll see different beings and be, oh, demonic, oh, Lord. And then religion on top of that. Everything has been used against us to brainwash us. So we have no idea about ourselves. You gotta release all these books, release all these claims, and find out the truth as far as, going into these facts. When you find out stuff about history, right? And then you go into the myths and all these things about different places, and a lot of these things are real. These people at CERN already explained it. One of the co-founding engineer scientists came out and he explained it all. Yes, we're the ones fucking with reality. Yes, they are demons, but we call them gods. They're these dark gods that, they don't really care about human the affairs of human beings, but they will be here in 2024. And you could imagine the people who manages this world, what kind of bargain or trade would they do in order for certain gifts from the gods and all these different things, and what they're going to try to do to the earth if these guys really don't care. If they made a just agreement, these guys would probably sit back and just be like, fuck them all. You know what I mean? And that's to show you there are many of these things. It's just human beings are so fragile. We call them gods, which there are different deities of different principalities and different, you could call them whatever the fuck you want to. But just know, even these scientists know it's real. And this man is not a play man. This man is a real ass engineer for CERN and the D-Wave computers, which is way beyond D-Waves now. D-Waves was first phase. We ain't even got first phase yet in this, but we feeling the effects. The Mandela shit is real. I done seen hella shit that don't even exist no more. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it never existed and shit. Like, they playing with reality, and we just hear like, well, whatever. LeBron James, haha, Kanye, you know what I mean? Yeezys, what the fuck, Jones? Even our school is the A, B, C, D. Okay, 1 + 1 is 2, and the politics. Donald Trump gets his Twitter page back, and I'm mocking the news, but do you see? It's just we filling with this dumb shit. While the guy said we have a tsunami coming for y'all. It's going to hit in 2024 and these different years coming, and y'all steady. Society is fucked up. He's like, you're not prepared for what we got, and he is admitting it. And you're going to have the people that's so naive that they're going to be like, don't live in fear. When it comes, I'm going to activate and all that. Shut the fuck up. Because let me tell you how these things work. You have to be chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. Your ego ain't going to make you activate. You thinking you big, bad, and tough ain't going to activate. Because it's from a different perspective. You're not going to be aligned. You know what's going to align you? If your heart is willing to sacrifice yourself for the greater good. If you see, even though it's a world that you're trying to save, they don't want to be saved, but you still would give your life just because you understand that there's a seed inside of them of light that connects you to all, to the Most High, to Source, if you will. For those of you who got a problem with me saying the Most High, Source. I know that, so I'm willing to sacrifice this flesh for that one light within one person. Or the multitude of peoples. Because I know it's all going back to Source. I can never die. And that's how you have, that's the power that you feel. When you will sacrifice the flesh, a lot of people, they talk the talk, but if it come time, they'll be running in the same directions of the multitude. If shit hit the fan, they'll be running too, trying to save their own. Remember, when you're outside the flesh, you can see all, hear all, know all. We don't have that now, but the other beings, they do. The luminaries, the ancestors, the powers, they can see our thoughts like it's in front of them. They can hear it. They can see it. So they can tell that you might fool the rest of humans, but you're a coward in the inside. A lot of people just want viewership. They want to feel a belonging. A lot of people come on social media, which is the algorithms. You don't even know what you're fucking with. That's why I hop on and off. I don't even be on here. I don't even care about the views. Now you have to be careful about pressing what you like and what you don't like, because that's even being recorded. So they can know you, so they can have an image of you perfectly. Knowing you more than you know you. Like I said, they already started creating beings years ago that's gonna sort of like gods amongst men. They're creating beings that's gonna be superior to human beings in every way possible. Every way you can think of possible. You think of the fastest runner, the beings they're creating are going to run faster than them, swim faster, think faster, physically better. All this stuff, they're creating it with the quantum. So it's not going to just be wires and metal and chip parts and all that. This is going to be damn near like us, but in a form where it's like superior. And the man is saying that like, yo, society got to wake up because this shit is coming now. And we just here trying to be the most popular on fucking social media and trying to be the most richest and paid and the most lavish and trying to be the most smartest and all that. And there's going to be beings that's going to surpass everything we do. They're opening these portals, getting advice from these ancient primordial gods from different dimensions and shit. They probably from a dimension that don't even fuck with us, you know what I mean? And they talking about they come in 2024. So that's how they're gonna fool the masses. The masses gonna think it's some shit coming from outer space, like how it is in the Hollywood, but really it's gonna be out of this space in time. It's gonna be from a different dimension, from some sort of fucking machine right here on Earth. Are y'all prepared for that? Y'all ain't even gonna think about that, right? All you gonna think about is what your boo doing on Facebook, how many followers you got, how you gonna get the next month rent. We think it's survival. Who gonna win the next Super Bowl? Who gonna be in the NBA next? Who gonna make the most points and shit, right? What you gonna cook? This world is fucked up, man. We got some shit coming. Just know thyself, because there's secrets to be unlocked within self that they're not counting on. See, the thing is, they think that they can go into another realm and they have these other gods and stuff, but you don't have no idea. Trust me, I saw my soul and I saw different powers that be. Y'all have no idea. I don't give a fuck who don't believe me. I seen the shit for myself. I seen the demons with they souls of humans, but I also seen the great luminaries. I also saw the light. I saw my soul. None of them dark beings can fuck with that. If you go back to my old videos, I showed you an exact picture of how our souls look. Indestructible. We're all powerful beings, but we're not all powerful. Like me, I would never, even if I was a great luminary, I would never consider myself to be the greatest or whatever. You know, it's always somebody that can do something better than you in this realm and another realm. But I'll try my hardest to be unmatched. That's the beauty of life. Not to be better than the next man, but to be as best as you can. And to helping, using your powers wisely. Because let's just say the shit does pop off in 2024. Some people are waiting on being taken up. Some people waiting on activating powers. Some people don't even believe this shit to exist. It's so peculiar life is, man. It make me sit back and ponder. What road would you take, mentally and spiritually? You could choose to not even believe this shit, go back to your day, even though I'm reporting and the people who created these things themselves is letting people know, like, look, this shit is going on. What the fuck? I mean, you know, the majority is made to be fucked up, man, because the majority are so caught up in survival that that's the only thing that concerns their mind. And I blame the managers of this world for that, the greedy, possessed, evil ones for that, because it's not these people's fault. They just don't know no better. Just imagine human beings evolving. We can evolve. Not scientifically like those fools try to add different things, and you know, these fools that this scientific alchemy that they do, scientific witchcraft, you know, because demons have scientists and they smarter than humans. First off, they're not blocked by a 3D world, so their inventions are beyond what the fuck we can comprehend. And that's the help the government is getting from when they tap in. They get a hold of this unbelievable knowledge that the demons and different people from different dimensions got. I'll talk about this because this shit gonna be real. And you know what I hate? When this shit start coming to be, a lot of people who didn't believe you, they start flocking towards you for advice. What should we do next and all that? Me personally, I love you, but get the fuck out my way, man. That's how I feel. Because you could have been a pillar of strength to slow down, not even to slow this down, but to make more people aware of what to be prepared for. Because we can't stop. I mean, I ain't gonna say we can't stop. We can do anything, you know. A lot of y'all say we can't stop this anyway, but y'all still thinking that y'all can activate powers to do something at the end. You see the conflict of fucking one thought in the brain that these fools in the conscious community have. So I say this to you as a brother, my brothers and sisters. Go within, eliminate everybody in your life that you have to in order to rise, because their energy will pull you down. Energy vampires are real, even if they don't know it. Some people just want you around for your information, for your energy. So find the ones that love you. Even if it means being lonely for a while, just meditate on self. Sometimes you need a break from the people around you. Family, friends, strangers. You just need you and your mind. Let it wander for a second. Let it go off into different places and come back to it and be conscious of what you think of too. Sometimes I think of myself thinking all type of manners of things, and I have to check my thoughts. You ever had to check your thoughts? Like, oh nah, get your mind back over this way. That's how easy it is. Once you start doing that, you're going to train your spirit how to function in the physical body, and then you're going to really have some spiritual activation in your physical body. It's going to be one, because you're going to be spiritual alert. Because a lot of people, they lose their spirit once they hit the streets. When they go out into the world, their spirituality kind of fades because they're being bombarded by so much different alternate energies that's bombarding, breaking through barriers of you. You gotta stay spiritually strong, you know. When you look at somebody and they hit you with that negative, just don't look at them. You kind of see that there are energies behind them that's kind of moving their arms and legs and telling them what to think and stuff, and you can see it, you know what I mean? You can see the beings attached to these fools. Keep your spirit strong.